everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA. Trying to push their team to victory. It's Bradford's Vikings going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey's got it teed up, and here we go now from Arlington at AT&T Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Bradford on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now here come the Cowboys. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. For Ezekiel Elliott last week against Denver, arguably his worst game as a pro. 9 carries, just 8 yards.
And the standard that he sets is so much higher, not just in the yardage, but in how he plays. Because one of the things about him coming out of Ohio State was how hard he played the game, even if the ball wasn't in his hands. And that was not that type of a game that he had against Denver. Let's see if he can bounce back moving forward, because you know Dallas wants to feed him the football and control the game with his running.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third down and 3. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
So So second and goal here from the 9. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the carry, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. They're going to try and throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Vikings a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, Bradford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Third and long for Bradford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
First down, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And his first carry, he loses the football. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. He finds an opening past the 40. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bradford. And he finds Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. They
start on the ground with Elliott. And And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Final play of the half. Bradford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. A little juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Shift together here from the D-line. They go to Elliott again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And now running right through it. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
second down, Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Mitchell Trubisky's Bears.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 19 with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carry now for Jordan Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
No, check. Patriot. Here we go now.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jesse James, 10 catches, 131 yards in the Steelers' 2 playoff games last year. A more than reliable tight end, a guy who can create big-time plays downfield. But let's face it, partner, you love calling that name in a game, don't you?
I do. But as we saw right there, he's really reliable on third down, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Jesse James.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. This is Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and this is picked up by the Bears.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field. And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Brought in by Wheaton. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I think this was a good signing by the Chicago Bears, picking up Marcus Wheaton from Pittsburgh. They had to do something to try and lessen the loss of Alshon Jeffrey.
Injuries last year holding him to just 3 games, 4 catches. But the 2 years prior to that, he combined for 97 grabs. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Jenkins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to sack him again. The fifth time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Here's Jackson. Room here to run. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Gets around him. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Set. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it. Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Able to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's third down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go now.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Got a man, it's right. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a gain of 9. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
right, here we go.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. There they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. To go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Again, it's Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. Now Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go counter with Howard. And now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Green, 39. Watch it now. Check four. Detroit, over.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. And Barth puts it through. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Two.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First carry for James Conner, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Back there, here we go. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. Over.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Back there, Philly.
They run with Howard. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. This is Howard on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the wide out in motion. They'll go again with Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On second down, it's Bell. And he's brought down. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the back goes into motion. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll run him with Bell. And he's got room. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Pittsburgh, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Chargers going up against the Cowboys.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's Gordon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Play clock winding down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Halfback sent in motion. Third and long for Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Irving. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Again, it's Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division.
Touchdown, L.A.! Melvin Gordon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Second down, just 1 yard to go. They go to Elliott again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Gordon on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back to the ground now with Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Taylor on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Brandon Oliver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On second down, Elliott. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. The gun, it's Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and just 1.
Come on, let's go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now it's Taylor. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now Benjamin. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is Gordon. And some room to work. Nifty move by Gordon. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards on the ground. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Taylor. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And tough starting field position here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Zeke with a shake and bake. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now the backup, Darren McFadden, able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. This is Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own 1, so they're able to march it into field goal range and get 3.
I thought that was a very poised, dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone, yet you come out of it and put points on the board. Well executed.
Fielded about a yard deep. Spinning away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So it'll be first down here after the run. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see. Alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. They run it here with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Long, it's Taylor. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the counter, Elliott. They find someone. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Third and long for Prescott. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Here we go.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third and goal. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Prescott. this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Denzel Perryman, and the return will stop right around the 25.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Oh, Taylor going to throw. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, Zeke with Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Taylor going to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Chargers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Taylor to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this looks to probably be the final play. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now.